What's going on, all my cannabis loving friends and family? Welcome to the 420 Resistance live show number 40. Big 4-0. Thank you for tuning in and token up. Don't be shy, like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell down below. Thank you for joining me and my amazing panel once again for another week and another great show. If at any point you enjoy the show, please do us all up here a huge favor by hitting the thumbs up, subscribing to everyone on the panel if you haven't already, and by sharing this stream with your social media networks and your friends. So let's go ahead and get into this week's panel introductions. As always, I'm your host, Tricky D. Over here, we got Dirt Dizzle Dan. What's going on, Dirt?
Who, what now?
What? There now, Dirt.
What's going on, YouTube? What up, panel? How's everybody feeling tonight? It's a pretty good night. Oh, hey. A guest popping in and out there.
Yeah, that actually worked that time, too. So come on back.
Yeah, man. But, so, anyway, Dirtman Dan, everybody's favorite micro grower, as you probably already know by now. Give you guys a little peek into the micro box, but I'm going to warn you, might have screwed up a little bit here. And, you know, what's the one mistake that you should never make while spraying IPM is doing it with the lights, you know, completely up, not turning your lights down. Yeah, I made that mistake and kind of torched my my Hadouken plants. But just like, you know, the Street Fighter character, they're gonna come right back. So I have faith in them.
Well, which Street Fighter character would that be?
That would be Ryu.
Oh man, what about Ken? That's fucked up, leaving Ken out of it.
So like I said, they're not looking very happy right now, but I promise they will bounce right back.
Definitely got them a little crispy. Have you rinsed them off?
No.
Probably do that.
So, yeah, I kind of got them a little crispy. I sprayed some Method 1 on them when didn't turn the lights down, but it's okay. They will bounce back, I promise.
Well, right on. All right. Next in line, we got, what up, dog? PALMSIDE extracts in the house.
What's up, dog? Just chilling. Still pressing rosin over here. Getting it going. That's about it.
Right on. Yeah, I know you've been pressing like crazy over there. I think Randy is MIA right now, so we're going to jump on over to TANASI Gardens. What's up, T? TANASI.
What's happening, folks? Over here in Trim Jail, man. Just hanging out, you know, loving it. Then, not much to say, man. Just harvesting, been Trim Jail. Beautiful, or the weather's beautiful. And it's about that time again. Dab time.
Dab time.
What's happening on in chat? What are you smoking on? What you got in your doobies? What do you got in your bowls?
Everybody get some bongs, blunts, or pipes, or hookahs, or dab rigs. Let's get high with Tricky D and the crew.
There you go.
Yeah.
I got a blunt rolled up with some Dairy Queen, and as always, got a original bamboo rolling tip in the end there.
I was gonna say something rude there, but I composed myself momentarily.
Oh, it's okay. You can be rude to Dirt Man. Everybody's rude to Dirt Man. I mean, I am the Dirt Man.
Well, I wasn't talking about you with your conceited ass, but okay.
Okie dokie.
Your big fat head over there.
Listen, I gotta hold this brain in something.
Yeah, I think I got something big enough. This will probably take care of it. Hold the deal right here.
Oh, I can't see anything. What was that?
Yeah, I kind of fucked that up, huh? Yeah, that was a bad reference, huh? Here, let's try this one. There we go. You can probably fit in this. Here you go.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, a little quick update on the puzzle piece, you guys. I know I've been getting tagged by a lot of people on Instagram last couple days because you have received your puzzle piece seeds. If you haven't received them yet, they are on the way or they haven't been confirmed yet. I got 2 more confirmations from Miss Rose this morning, but she said there's 8 of them that still haven't went through, so she's going to call PayPal Monday morning and try to get that worked out. But she did get everybody's emails. She's just waiting to see why the money didn't go through. And if you haven't received yours yet, this is the receipt from when I went to the post office and mailed them all. So they are definitely on the way. So thank you guys once again for helping out with that project. We got about 46 packs that are confirmed donated right now. So it's a little over $2,000 we've raised. I've got about 10 packs left. And, those are still be up for grabs. So if anybody else wants a couple more packs, we still got a couple more packs. Even after these last 8 that I'm waiting to get confirmed are confirmed. We still got about 10 packs left. So anybody in the chat here that has got their puzzle piece seeds, comment in chat, #IamPuzzlePiece. I want to see how many of you guys are in here that got them.
All right. What's up, guys?
Photon, Fantom in the motherfucking house. That's the pimp of all pimps right there, boy.
Sitting right here with my buddy James from Coastal Cannabis up here in Seattle.
What do we got here?
This is Tricky D right here.
Okay.
TANASI.
What's up, y'all?
Going on, man?
He's from Jamaica.
How you doing?
We got Palmside extracts, and then Dirtman Dan and Blackheart Gardens.
All right. So what are we talking about this evening?
We're talking about you. What you doing?
Hey, are you on your phone all the time? You on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that bitch sideways if you can.
We came unprepared for.
Come sideways.
Actually.
There you go. Much.
There we go. A bit wider angle.
There we go. Nice.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Much
There we
better.
go.
Cool.
See both of us now.
There you
All
go.
right, so got a few I am puzzle pieces in chat so far. All right, yeah. So basically, tonight's show is kind of about you. That's why he's over there. We're talking about commercial cultivation. So we know you got a nice size grow over there, and we know you're rocking the PFDs. And we just wanted to hear about your experiences so far and what you're doing and how you got started and all that kind of good stuff.
Okay, so just a little history. I started smoking weed when I was like 16 years old, and I just immediately fell in love with it. It made me just feel better in general. I was having like a ton of emotional problems when I was 16. I mean, that's called 16 years old, but all of a sudden I felt like super even keel and everything was working fine. So I just decided I was going to smoke weed for the rest of my life, and decided to go to school. I was a chemistry major in college and then switched to botany and horticulture. And at 19, I was like, I'm going to be a professional weed grower for a living. But that wasn't like a real career path when I was 19.
Yeah.
And so I switched to botany and horticulture. And then I worked in the nursery industry for like 15 years. And about 6 months after I moved to Seattle for a nursery job, legalization happened. And I was like, oh, shit, this actually might be a real possibility. I thought I fucked up for like more than a decade. I thought I fucked up and was just going to grow pansies and petunias for the rest of my life and grow weed by myself clandestinely. So for the last 2 years, I've been like growing herb in the 502 industry, and I was a sales manager for about a year in that industry. So,
And when we say 502 up here in Washington, we just mean commercial marijuana.
It means recreational, yeah.
Just 502 is the bill.
That's the designation.
502, yeah.
Yeah, so for basically the last 2 years, I've been in the recreational legal cannabis industry. The first year I was doing I was a sales manager, but I was also doing all the genetic selection and cloning and stuff. But not really growing. We had a team of people that were growing stuff, and I was just choosing what genetics they would grow. And then for the last year, a little more than a year, I've been the head grower at a different facility and being in charge of the team that does that. So kind of seen both ends of the industry, which is really helpful because as a grower, if you know what the sales manager needs and like the diversity of product that they need and the type of things the customer is looking for, it makes it a lot easier for the sales manager. Because if I just grow critical mass and fucking crank out yields, then this motherfucker's got to sell a bunch of bullshit critical mass to everybody. Like I can't do that. That's not a real plan. So I'm trying to just develop unique genetics that other people don't have. We do a lot of in-house seed creation so that we have totally unique genetics that test well, have good bag appeal, good smell, and certain qualities of high that have like a good range, like good sativas, good hybrids, good indicas. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Nice. So, how big is your facility and how many lights are you running?
So it's 100 kilowatt. We have 100 kilowatts of flowering space. So I think it ends up being like 2,500 square feet of canopy, of flowering canopy. And then we have, I don't know, probably half that in veg, something like that.
You said this was medical or rec?
It's recreational. So the plant count doesn't matter. I don't think I could. I guess I could guesstimate. We probably have 2,500 or 3,000 plants, something like that, in there.
Yeah.
Nice. And you're running what? Those you're running the 550, the 500s.
Well, so kind of. The way the facility was designed originally was not designed by a grower, so I've been having to make a lot of improvements and like modify it so I could have better environmental controls. And so they have double-ended HPS in most of the flowering rooms, but it creates other like environmental control problems based on the way they designed it. And I figured out the best solution is to use the Photon Fantom 500-watt LEDs because they only generate like a third the heat of an HPS.
Half.
Well, half the light, but you told me a third the DTUs of heat generation.
Half. Because directly half the wattage.
Well, this changes things. Everything's fucked now.
Throw it all away and start over.
Every watt you put in.
It's goddamn ruined now.
Throw it all away and start over. Burn it down.
Anyways, working better. So the plants are growing immensely better, and I can control my day and nighttime temperatures exactly the way I want them to be now, which is going to open it up to give me the possibility of actually doing CO2 enrichment and all that shit, which previously they were doing fresh air exchange. So they had every problem that you could imagine when I first came there a year ago, and we've got it down to just like 3 problems now. So I guess that feels like a victory, I suppose.
Yeah, I remember before we put the LEDs in the flower rooms, the night temps were getting down in the like high 60s or mid 60s.
No, low 60s.
Low 60s.
Yeah.
And he was showing me the temps from the other day, and it was like 79 at night and 81 and a half.
The lowest it's gotten at night is 68, 69 degrees, and that was on a recent cold spell that we had where it was 24, 26 degrees outside. And in my flowering room, my other flowering rooms with HPS, it was getting down to 49 degrees, which is fucking awful for cannabis plants. Like, yeah, it was nice. They're pretty and purple, but, you know, it fucks up your yields to get really cold like that.
Yeah.
So the room with his LEDs in it are like the growth rate. I mean, it's still going to be another 6 weeks until I see actual yield numbers for grams per watt and all that, but the growth rate and the number of bud sites in there, it's just putting the HPS to shame right now.
We cut the wattage in half too.
Right, and cuts the wattage in half, yeah. So I'm pretty fucking excited.
Yeah.
Nice.
And actually, we tried out one of his 500 watts in a room that had the HPS in it just to try it out. And we got 1.43 grams per watt out of the Photon Fantom 500 watt, and that was in a room where I couldn't even control the temperatures the way I want. So just bullshit basic room. So in this room where I can actually control my day and nighttime temperatures really precisely, I think we're going to knock that out of the park. I wouldn't be surprised if we hit 1 3/4 grams per watt. I did that before with the Fluence lights, the Spider X's. Yeah. We hit 1.75 grams per watt with our lowest yielding strain, Oregon Silver Haze. So LEDs are fucking obviously where it's at for the future, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
in my opinion.
everybody here is running LEDs.
Oh, okay. The choir. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just got my second set of boards finally finished the other day. I've been waiting for frames forever because the company that we were getting them from didn't have them anymore, and they still don't have them 4 months later when they told me they'd have them in 40 days. But Photon sent me 3 that he had, so I finally got my last 3 strips made. I'm rocking 18 boards over here now.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's running nine of my big boards, and each of his 5x5s.
I'm about to get some of his boards for our cloning area because we're still running fluoros in our early veg, and it's goddamn annoying. Like, I'm just trying to get the company to afford to buy me better equipment, so it's a little slow going, but we're getting a lot of gains off what we've done so far. Like, our yields went up 63% on changing from fluoros to the
250s.
We're using his 250s in our veg, like more of them spread out. And
Jesus Christ, that is a huge spike.
Yeah. That's just for veg, because the best veg wins, right? Like,
yeah, I mean, the faster you can veg a plant, the quicker you can throw it into flower. And that's the name of the game with what you're doing.
A bigger fucking trunk on it, bigger root system, that's where your flowers come from, right? Big roots, big fruits.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
now we're putting in trees into flower instead of these floppy ass little leggy fucking floral plants. And I was trying to explain it for months. Like, you guys, it doesn't just matter the time frame that we're vegging them. Your lights are bullshit. Like, we have to have good lighting for veg, or this will never happen.
It sounds like you're dealing with a bunch of gotta see it to believe it type people.
Yes, they're that exactly. And that's fine because I'm a don't believe me, just watch kind of a person. But I also just need them to, like,
fund that.
Just give me money. Let me do it. I will give you a lot more money in return in the form of cannabis. Like, I fucking promise, man. And now it's happening. And actually, the last, my projected dry yields on this crop that we pulled down last week are double what we were pulling before we installed his lights. There's some other things that we changed also, like we got rid of some pest problems and stuff, or that were probably damaging our yields. So there's some other things I changed, but it's still almost double the weight that we were pulling before. Yeah. The best veg wins, dude.
Yeah, your veg is on point right now.
Oh, yeah.
Or when I first came into his facility, they just changed out all the fluoros, so I got to measure them with my spectrometer and stuff. And they were sitting at like 230, 250 ppfd at canopy level.
No, dude, that was that was in the middle of the fluoros.
Oh, okay.
The best bulbs.
I was giving him the credit.
That's not average.
I was giving him credit.
Yeah, he's trying to be too nice. Like, at the edge of it, it was like 90 ppfd at the edge of the lights. Like, it was fucking bullshit.
Yeah, but I came back like I think 3 weeks or a month later, and in the same spot, it was down to 180, where I was measuring like 240 before.
The bulbs were burning out.
Yeah, because the bulbs go out so fast.
I think, too, for people that are in chat here, for you guys who don't know who this is, on Instagram, his name is Bio Alchemy. Ah, fuck, I don't know. There it is right there.
It's
Bioalchemy retort.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry about the weird mouthful of the name.
But here, I'm going to put it up on the screen for you guys. This is
Alchemy retort. Yes.
Yeah.
Alchemy.
Alchemical.
Alchemy. Yeah. See, you don't even know either, Dirt Man. Shut your fucking face. There it is right there. That's his Instagram, you guys, if you want to go check him out. He's got a bunch of pictures of the lights and the grow and everything in there. You can see the PFD 500s right there. Let me get back.
I saw a cactus puking. I want to see that again.
Oh,
there's the Photon. That's the veg. Is that the veg room right there?
It's on my phone these days.
This is the veg room right here, right, with the 500s in it.
That's actually the room that we were talking about that we replaced. Yeah. That's a flowering room with Jeremy's lights in it with the 500 watts.
Okay.
There are some veg picks, but they're like double. The veg picks are double and triple stacked with the 250 watts.
Yeah, with the 250s.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a super nice looking room right there. They look really happy and looking good.
Dude.
And you've got those lights pretty far above the canopy too, huh? About 3 feet?
Yeah, but that was like mid stretch period, and these are like really sativa dominant varieties, so they're getting huge. So basically, because I don't like to adjust the light height very much, what I'll do is I'll put them in where they're getting like maybe 400 or 500 ppfd, so that when they stretch and double in size, they get up to where they're like at 800 ppfd at when they're done stretching, right? Because I don't like I got 100 fucking lights. I don't want to have to adjust the height. So I just let the plants grow into where they want to be.
Yeah.
It's just easier. Which is something that on a commercial scale is like you do a little differently, because in a little grow room you can just raise it 2 inches every day and be like, yes, it's always perfect.
Yeah.
But on a big scale, you're like, oh, I gotta pay people to do that.
Yeah, you got to pay somebody for like an hour to go.
Yeah.
Fucking.
So
light ratchets.
exactly. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just let them grow into where they want to be. It's fine.
That's a good transition into one of the questions I had, actually, is
Okay.
how do you time manage your human resources on a facility like that? Like, do you just sit down with a spreadsheet like every Monday morning and figure out who's going to do what for the week, or like how do you manage your human resources?
That's a super good question. Okay, so I'm not really a very good manager. I'm good at getting people like teaching people how to think about the things correctly and understand why this pH range, why this ppm range. If you're transplanting, we go a little lower on the ppms because you're already damaging some roots, so you don't want to burn their roots, so we'll go a little lower. If you if we're why we want to keep a higher humidity in the stretch period, because it keeps the stomata open, so they're actually pulling more water through the. I'm good at explaining why we do things and getting my guys to understand it, so I don't have to stand on their dicks and micromanage them, because they get why. But as far as managing people's time, I'm really not that good at it. I'm good at managing plants. So I'm kind of learning that still. But the truth of the process that I've had at this place with managing the team is that when I first showed up, I had like 6 people on the team, and it's a 2,500 square foot flowering space. And I was like, why the fuck do I have 6 people working in this area? Because in the nursery industry, when I was growing flower baskets, I'd grow 2,000 square feet of hanging flower baskets by myself with drip irrigation, and fucking I didn't need 6 people to do that. So a couple of the guys right off the bat didn't like me, and I said, that's okay, you don't need to. And then they quit, and I was like, all right, that's fine. And then the other guys, the remaining 4, were awesome people and really cooperative. They were already a good team. I was super lucky. And they kind of basically, our cycle is such a regular cycle that, so like, here's what we do. It's on a 2-week thing. We have 8 rooms, and we harvest 2 rooms every 2 weeks. So it's an 8-week flowering cycle and an 8-week veg cycle. So it's basically like 14 days of work that repeats itself until the end of time. And so every 14 days it restarts a cycle of, oh, we harvest, we clean out the rooms, we hang the plants to dry, then after we clean out the rooms and spray them down with bleach, then we pull the veg into that room, we lollipop, we transplant, we put up the things, and so it just keeps doing the same thing. And you kind of figure out over time, like, it requires this many people. Oh, if we use root cubes instead of doing transplanting to gallon bags, then we save this many hours per week. And you kind of just figure out like little efficiency changes. So now I run the whole grow with 3.5 people, and it's good because we just over time, and also the teammates, they'll figure out, they'll be like, James, this is bullshit. Look at what I'm doing. This is such a waste of time. I'm thinking we could do this better. And I'm like, fucking do it. It's going to save you a half a day. Done. It's fucking done. So you kind of get it. The one thing I really like about the way they decided to design their grow was the 8-week veg, 8-week flower. Every 2 weeks we harvest. Every 2 weeks we clone. Every 2 weeks we do everything. So there's just 14-day cycle. And you get into just a rhythm, and you don't have to even really think about it. You know it's the second Saturday, so we're doing that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well explained. Thank you.
No problem. It's something I've learned too, because frankly, before this, I was a sales manager, and my schedule was super flexible and always different. So to kind of like get my mind to work in a super regimented way, I was lucky because the guy that was the lead on the grow team that I came into, he was like super scheduled, and he had everything on a schedule. And I just was like, oh, okay, I like that. Let's change these technical details a little bit, but your schedule is great. And so I kind of learned it, basically. They already knew it before I did.
Dab time!
Oh, you simmer down over there. I see we got Randy back. What's going on, Randy?
What's going on? I ended up busting my knee though, but I'm back.
A fucking bowl right there.
So what's up,
I'm
everyone?
old-fashioned. I still like to smoke weed. I don't even do dabs or anything. I know. Sacrilegious.
Well, dab time just means the smoke time. It's just a bell to smoke. Whatever you got, man. You got a
appreciate you
chainsaw.
not judging me.
Out of. Whatever.
Hey, I'm Jamaican here. I don't got dabs like that yet. Speaking of which, you're gonna be looking into making my own press, so definitely gonna be having my own dab time.
Dab time.
Cheers, y'all.
Here, you're just gonna burn it down.
By the way, log on Photon. It's been a while. What's
I got that kind of lungs.
I was gonna say, like, Jesus. I got you.
Well, what's going on, chat? Love to see everybody in here tonight. Got about 150 watching right now. See a couple new faces in here tonight too. So it's always good to see a couple new people.
Speaking of new people, why don't you introduce the new guy that's on your channel?
Well, I'm still waiting for him to give me his full name and shipping address so I can let everybody know who it is.
So you can blackmail needs to be. I'll send you my credit card too.
Now, everybody here, we got a new resistance team member here, Blackheart Gardens. You guys know we've been looking for a couple new people for a couple months, and this is our first guy here. So everybody say hello and go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's happening, everyone? What's up, chat? What's going on? Yeah, man, my name's Blackheart Gardens. I'm actually a relatively newish grower. Been in it for about a year now. Kind of a similar story. I wasn't super interested in growing before like legalization came around. I've always been into like machines and electronics and that sort of thing. So once legalization hit, I kind of took a look and said, you know, maybe this is something I could do to save a little bit of money or whatever. And then I found out what you could do with LEDs and DIY and all the technical aspects of the grow. And that just sucked me right in. So from there, I was just hooked. And I watched a bunch of Dirtman's videos, actually, and I saw that little micro box he had going underneath the desk there. And so I thought, you know, if I've never really attempted this before, maybe I'll just kind of dip a toe. I built myself a little cabinet, LED light with some Citizen diodes and 2 channels, so it's got the Cree reds on there. And I pulled a grow with that, and then immediately wanted to upgrade, and so I threw together a bigger light, all Citizen cubs, and threw up a tent. And I've just been trying to learn as much as I can. I've been absorbing as much information as possible and trying to learn from guys like you. And I'm really honored to be here. I feel really happy to be on the panel with you guys. It's cool.
Nice.
All right, on. Welcome. If you want, go ahead and if you can you post your Instagram link into chat so everybody can check you out? It's just Blackheart Gardens on Instagram. I believe that's it, right? It's just
it is, yeah. I'll go ahead and throw that in here.
Black, As one of the newest members, I welcome you. And trust me, growing is going to be so much fun. I'm glad that you're growing as well, getting into it and using your own passion to fuel what aspect of the growth you like. Honestly, I just love growing weed. I can't string up lights to save my life, and I'm afraid of being electrocuted. So, kudos to you guys for doing that shit.
Yeah, me too, man. I love growing, watching the plants grow, watching the new life happen. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I was a little scared the first time on the first LED build I did with the PFD lights. I kind of had to have Photon hold my hand while I was building them, but the second ones I just built the other day was so much easier.
Cause you got used
we got a question for Bio over here from our homie JBLIZZ that won't get in the chat and ask the question his own damn self, get on the panel. But he says, can somebody ask? He says he has a room full of sativas with an 8-week flowering cycle. How does that work when true sativas are 16 weeks?
Well, I know James just went to go get something, but yeah, I'm flowering some sativas right now that are 13-week. That's my longest strain. But I know he's got Killer Malawi and Punta Roja. I believe he went to Colombia himself to get the Punta Roja seeds. But yeah, we'll have to ask him when he comes back.
JBLIZZ could just get his punk ass on here and ask himself. So yeah.
So they were asking about flowering times with like sativas being longer and how that works with your 8-week cycle.
Oh. I've had to sacrifice a great deal of my altruistic beliefs in order to grow cannabis commercially. Maybe that should be like the fucking preface. I can't grow that kind of shit in the facility. I wish I could grow like Killer Malawi and fucking Panama Red and all that stuff. Most of those genetics I created, let's say prior to growing commercially, and then hybridize them with short flowering plants so that I could find things in the phenotypes that come out of that would finish within 8 weeks, but have some of the characteristics of Killer Malawi or Panama Red or whatever.
Okay, so you're growing hybridized sativas that you bred yourself to get the flowering time down.
That's right. So my first one that I did for the commercial market, I had grown out Panama from Ace Seeds, and then I took the best one that I found, which is one of their red hair ones, out of the pack, and pollinated it with 3 different Cinderella 99 males, and then Cinderella males. Anyway, princess males. So and then when I was working at the last place I worked at, I started there at the very beginning of the company when we have a 15-day window where you're allowed to bring any genetics into the company, no questions asked. They're just like, hey, I don't know, it's your first 15 days. None of our goddamn business where all those weed plants came from. It's a funny little...
Yeah, it's a little ambiguous here in Washington still.
It's a pretty funny thing, but you only have that 15 days to bring in what you want. Otherwise, after that 15 days, you have to buy whatever genetics are already in the 502 recreational market. So I brought in a shit ton of seeds that I had created and then have since transferred those seeds to this new company that I work for and clones of things that I found. So I took that Panama Red C99 and I grew out like 30 girls of it and then found this one girl that was like super high yielding, finished in 8 weeks, had like a mango citrusy smell, and was pretty pest and disease resistant. It just had all the characteristics that I wanted. I found it out of 30 girls, and then we kept that one. And so then I kind of tried to do the same thing with like the Killer Malawi Sour Bubble Cross, and it's kind of my. I like to try to bring back some of the old school flavors, but I have to be able to produce it commercially. So I try to cross it with something that'll bring down the flowering time and not fuck up the high.
Yeah. And the yield
Basically.
too. I mean, you can't just be growing stringy sativas.
Yeah, I can't grow old timers haze and try to pretend like I'm being professional. That's it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I think JBLIZZ is kind of on one tonight, but I think his problem is he thinks that you said sativa at first, so he went to that 16-week thing, and then when you said hybridize, that like cancels them out of being a sativa. But
yeah,
thinking that you were like cash cropping, pulling early.
No, I gotta be honest. I'm not used to talking with other like true cannabis aficionados that much anymore. So when I say sativa, I'm used to talking about it on a recreational market with like buyers and things like that. Where when we say sativa, it's like it's fucking XJ13 or Dutch Treat or some shit. It's not a sativa, but it's what they call it that. So that's actually my fault. No, I can't grow fucking legit sativas at the commercial facility. I wish I could.
Yeah, we have one friend named Bear Grown that grows super just all out sativas, Malawis and shit, and he's got one that goes like 20 weeks. This Malawi he has.
That'll put you on the goddamn moon. Because like the Malawis we grew out to make the Sour Bubble Malawi cross. Let's see. I don't know you guys, so I'm not going to get into too much detail about how that happened. The point is that at the commercial facility, that cannot be done. But that's my passion, is to grow out like long flowering sativas and stuff. And dude, Killer Malawi is, I don't know, man. Like that can actually be unpleasantly strong sometimes. I like it, but shit, 20-week Killer Malawi sounds like.
That sounds like something right up my alley. I like unpleasantly strong,
but not like a morning smoke, I guess, is what I'm saying. That's like I'm not gonna get a lot done that day if I smoke Killer Malawi in the fucking morning.
Let's see. Lemon GF says, could commercial places grow sativas and just charge more at the end, or buyers not willing to pay more? I think that's exactly what it is buyers aren't willing to pay more, no matter what.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, if I see a $40 gram at the store next to a $10 gram, that the $10 gram's a nice nug of like
22%
Wi-Fi
THC and looks chunky.
And next to this like $40 gram of like a stringy
Larfy foxtail,
yeah. I actually might buy that, but most people
your average
would
out
not
there is
buy
gonna be
that.
like, no, fuck that. Give me that fucking couch lock over there.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. But I don't think it could. The problem is that if you go from 8-week flowering time to a 16-week flowering time, you've just incurred the power bill doubled, the labor bill doubled, the fertilizer bill time, like it just the alternative cost. Or sorry, what is the opportunity cost of that same flowering room could have had 2 crops that yield more going on in that time frame. All of a sudden you get to a point where you're like, I can't do that.
Yeah, it's just not feasible.
It's not feasible because at this, you can't. So what? I mean, we try. Like, we're lucky if we get more than $4 a gram on the recreational market. There's very few people that are getting that. Most people are getting between $2 and $3.50 a gram from producer processor to retailer. We keep ours pretty premium, so we're pretty good, but even if you're talking about like $3.50 a gram or $4 a gram, and all of a sudden you're going to charge $8 a gram, that means that's going to be a $30 gram, like a $24 to $32 gram on the recreational market after the retail markup. No one's going to pay that. It's not going to happen. So
now when they can buy a $25 eighth.
Right.
Next to it,
Exactly.
That's kind of one of them things that if you want that, you just have to like grow it yourself. And I grew a haze one time, and it went 14 weeks, and it took over half of my garden and blocked out the light from my other plants. And and then it was a giant, massive plant. You know, it was a
Yeah, it
giant,
stretched for
massive
8 weeks.
plant.
Didn't
It
flower
went
for 8
forever.
weeks.
Yeah, huge, massive plant, went forever. And then the yield,
Oh, yeah.
like, it was amazing, but the yield wasn't great. So, like, I had this plant that I grew for 7 months to get, 6 ounces off of it.
What strain was it?
It was a haze. I can't remember exactly what kind of haze. It was a long time ago.
I
was like, yeah, this is cool and everything, but I'm not fucking growing it again.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I had a Vietnamese plant that was like that, and I flowered it at like 10 inches tall. And I thought, oh, for sure, 10 inches. Like I got 5 feet of headspace. It'll be all right. This was like 10 years ago, and it went from 10 inches tall to 5 feet tall and 4.5 feet wide. These giant like sprays of flowers, because it was basically like half of its flowering time was vegetative time. It just exploded for like 8 weeks, and actually, it didn't have very much weed on it either. It was like
there's one crazy looking sativa I've wanted to grow for a while, just because of the way it looks, and it's that. Of course, I'm gonna have a brain fart. I just had it in my mind a second ago. The Dr. Grinspoon.
Dr. Grinspoon, yeah. Just for the shits and giggles of it. That is
just because of how crazy it looks. Like it's nothing but calyxes. There's no actual bud. It's just like calyxes on branches.
Yeah, just like running calyxes right up the branch. There's no stacking of them. It's pretty weird. I wonder. It would be interesting to see a study on that where like they grew a giant Dr. Grinspoon in outdoors or whatever, and see if you can get the same amount of THC, just because it's supposed to be really potent, right? Like
I think so. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like, well, I guess that's relative now because everybody's claiming 25 and 28 and 30% these days, and I don't know.
It just depends on what lab you go to, bro.
Yeah, how much money you pay that lab, I guess. But
no, it's not even. You don't pay them more money. It doesn't work like that. They just want more customers.
Yeah.
Right.
So they'll shoehorn their numbers to.
That's what happens. Like if they're just that lab, But we had one like that here in Washington State, but they ended up getting in trouble for it. So now all the labs are like pretty much in a normal range of like pretty close to each other.
You'd think with how tight the LCB's controlling everything that they'd have regulations on that.
Yeah, but they didn't really pay attention for the first like 3 years or something, and so there was like one lab that was just boom, like
everything that came out of there.
Yeah, everything. No, not everything. There was low shit. There was a range. There was a normal range, but it was always like 20% higher than it was someplace else. So my mango always tests north of 25 from regular, like all the other labs, right? Just various labs. It always tests like, I've seen it low as 24 just because I chose the wrong nug out of the 5-pound batch. Like, that was my bad. But it's usually 25 to 27. Well, with this other lab that's now kind of defunct, it was always like 30, 31, 32. It was just always way stronger, And it's silly, man. It doesn't matter. Like, I can pick you a nug out of a 5-pound lot that'll be like, that one's probably going to be 15. And then a different nug, they're like, that one's over 20 for sure. It's not uniform. It's not wine. This wine is 12.5% alcohol, every fucking milliliter of it. But the nug on the bottom of the plant right there that you bought in your little 1-gram bag, that's not as good as the half-ounce jar that you bought. Right?
Yeah, definitely not.
What the fuck is the point of the label?
To make them sales.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
My shit's got 34% THC, bro. Come on.
That one piece of it did. There is one piece of it that did.
This trichome I broke off was
totally. Yeah, I knocked off these capitate heads, and then that part was like 55. So I think that's actually what was happening with the lab, and also is still happening down in like Oregon and California. So how you prepare the sample affects the way it tests. So like, let's say I have to send in 4 grams of a 5-pound lot for them to test and tell me what it is. A good lab, like the ones we use, they take all 4 grams of whatever you sent them and they put it in this machine that just turns it to dust. And then they take like 0.2 grams of that dust and run it through their gas chromatograph or whatever the fuck machine they use. And so it's pretty homogeneous. Like at that point, all the 4 grams are averaged out. But if you didn't do that, if for some reason you wanted to have better test results as a lab or whatever, you could just take that 4 grams and then just like pull off 0.2 grams of the coolest little heady spot on that nug that's 8 inches down from the main cola off the side where it's slightly shaded but still plenty of light, and it's the very tip. And then that's going to test really good. So I think that's what was happening. I can't prove
I've
it.
seen test results from California of like 32% CBD, and I'm just like,
What the fuck?
Wait a minute. Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
Wow,
my buddy came up
that's
here
startling.
from Northern California bragging about that, and I was like, I don't believe you.
Yes. No, well, but for that one little piece,
Yeah.
that's probably true. But the funny thing is, like, okay, so then if that's true, that they take all 4 grams of whatever you send and they just grind it to a dust and they take out a piece, right? So that means when I send in a sample, I got to make sure there's not a bunch of fucking stems in that sample. I'm not going to send them like a 4-gram heady nug that, no. I'm going to take a 6-gram nug and go through and pick off all the fucking side bowls
buds, yeah.
and basically micro bucket to make sure there's not a bunch of stem in there. Cause
Make sure there's not a gram stem.
any amount of stem, right? But it sucks, but I mean, you have to do that. Otherwise, it's going to come out low. But also, that's a more accurate reading because who the fuck smokes the stem in the middle of an 1/8 nug? Like,
you'd be surprised.
Well, I'm probably not any of us though.
I got this friend back home in St. Louis, old head named Dave, and he refuses to smoke anything but Mexican brickweed. That's all he'll smoke. I don't want to smoke none of that. I don't want none of your fancy ass shit. That's what he tells me when I bring over some fire. I don't want none of that fancy ass shit. And then he breaks out his.
Louis, though, dude, I've been out there. My partner she grew up in St. Louis.
Yeah. I'm from South City.
Okay, so she's from Arnold.
Yeah, that's not St. Louis. That's Arnold. I hate when people say they're from St. Louis, and then I go, I'm from Melville, or I'm from Cahokia, or I'm from Arnold. No, bitch, that's not St. Louis. I hate that. I hate it.
I'm going to tell her that when she gets home.
Just because you live 30 minutes from St. Louis doesn't mean that you're from St. Louis.
But it's still a shithole. Come on, you got to give it credit.
Arnold is nice compared to South St. Louis. Arnold is the suburbs. Arnold is the county. No, I'm from South St. Louis. But anyway, Dave, I ain't smoking none of that fancy shit. And then he'll break out his $70 an ounce Mexican brickweed, and he'll pack a bowl of it into his wooden pipe with stems and seeds and everything.
Oh, my God.
And I'd be like, dude, you're not going to pick your seeds. I don't say it anymore because it's not even worth my breath. But, I used to say, dude, get your seeds and stems. I paid for them. I'm smoking them.
Hey, you didn't pay enough for those pesticides, though. You fucking smoking on that Mexican weed, dude. I guarantee you, in the third world, to get a crop off, they spray whatever the goddamn hell they want on it. Like, everybody's throwing a fit about, like, rec guys popping for a little bit of pesticide from some mothers that they brought in from their medical days. In the medical days, people were using anything they goddamn wanted. There was no ag department oversight. There was none of that. So, like, now that there is actual oversight, they're like, oh, my God, this has a little tiny bit of bacteria on it. You're like, motherfucker, do you know what's on your lettuce? Like, if you had a thing on your lettuce that you buy at the store that said this many gram-negative bacteria on this lettuce and this number of ppms of insecticide, you'd never eat vegetables again. You wouldn't fucking ever eat vegetables again. It's
regarding that, I going to add one of the major things in the ganja game here in Jamaica is organics. They're pushing for organics as much as possible. So those pesticides, those sprayings, not a lot
Yeah.
of individuals are coming for that shit. So
Yeah.
I'm here
For
having to be
real.
looking to all these natural neem seeds, all of that, everything as natural as possible to get the best bud because I have somebody that wants to extract. But guess what? He walked
Yeah.
onto a plantation, saw that they were using gramazone. This is basically a root killer.
Oh
With that, it
God.
soaks into the soil, and as I said, it's not going to be organic because it takes at least 2 to 3 years to break down
Yeah.
after a while.
Damn. That's a
So,
long. That's a long
yeah.
residue.
So I'm basically testing soil like a motherfucker these days. I
Wow.
just recently, today I went out and saw 2 farms because a part of I'm growing is I want to see what they're doing here and why they're not getting what they're supposed to, not getting a pound per plant outdoor or
Okay.
whatever. And as I said, not a lot of amending of the soils, not a lot of
But
using
it
of
could
the
be
compost
contaminated soil
fields
too.
and contaminated soil as well. As I said, I took
That's
some
interesting.
samples and it fluctuates. There are high minerals here, low minerals there,
Hmm.
and in Mandeville there are a lot of aluminum in our soil.
Really? Is that naturally occurring, or is that from like industrial waste, or
Naturally,
why do you have?
naturally occurring
Okay.
to the point that like I should take pictures and show you guys. There are areas in Mandeville that are literally mined out for the aluminum.
Oh damn. So what does that do to the plants?
And honestly, it does not do much to the plants.
Oh okay.
I'm seeing that there are plants that thrive well in this environment. Like we
Okay.
have peas, peanuts, everything growing here, and it naturally thrives.
Sure. You
But
guys do a lot of sweet potatoes and shit.
oh god, we got yams, sweet potatoes, Irish potatoes, everything grows
Yeah.
here
Love
except
that.
rice. Except rice. Rice can grow in Negro's side, Dirtman's favorite place. As I
You
said,
can't grow what?
rice is not grown here, but in like Negril, Dirtman's favorite place.
Oh neat. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude. That's awesome. I love those kind of plants. Like I grow hot peppers and stuff too, but it's really hard because Seattle has a bullshit cold, rainy season. There's like 2 months of summer, right? So I like to grow like Trinidad scorpions and the fucking Carolina Reapers and stuff. So I have to grow them indoors for like 3 or 4 months and then put them out in summer in my greenhouse at just the right time to get any hot peppers. So it makes me jealous of a climate like that where you're just like, fuck, I plant whatever I want.
That
I
is
grow
true because
papayas here, motherfucker.
even yesterday, no, papayas are like there's a papaya tree within the apartment complex that I've been watching. It's been
Right. I'm super
yeah.
jealous of that, by the way.
I used to
That's it.
grow ghost peppers back in St. Louis, man. Them things are no fucking joke.
Okay,
Dude,
so you don't want to kill
yeah, St. Louis,
yourself.
good climate for peppers, man. Like my girlfriend's dad, I sent him some pepper plants of Trinidad Scorpion, which used to be the hottest pepper, and he grew the shit out of them in St. Louis because that like hot, wet summer, he
Yeah.
kicked the shit out of those. They were dangerous, man.
My ghost pepper plant was pretty fucking big. It lived for 3 years. I had it before we moved, and I had to get rid of it. But by the
Nice. Did you do it
by the end
indoors
of
or
the
what?
3rd year, dude, that plant was gigantic.
Was that inside, or what did you do to keep it 3 years?
Inside and out. When I bring
Okay.
it inside during the winter and put it under a light.
Nice. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
the shit.
I would get hundreds of ghost peppers off of that thing.
Yeah, the fucking Chinense capsicum, like you can grow them for years, right? Like homeboy in Jamaica, you could probably grow a freaking ghost pepper tree down there. Like
I
you just put it in the ground.
don't encourage my parents. Like half of my family is Indian, so they'll be like, "Oh, Randy, you got peppers? Pick pepper, pick pepper."
Yeah, he's like,
No,
this spicy enough.
yeah. And even fun enough, just the other day I saw people harvesting tomatoes. Just walking by a tomato fields as I'm going to get herb, and these are huge ass tomatoes. It's really nice down here with the climate, being able to grow all year round. But as I said, these farmers need to look back into putting back into the soil. for years. They're
Right.
just
It's
growing
the
and
soil, not the plant.
so as I said, what they do, they switch the areas from time to time. So they'll have like 50 acres, 10 acres. They'll grow on two here, grow on two over there the next grow, so that the soil can reset basically. But
Yeah.
they're not adding
Sure.
amendments. So what I'm planning to do is go around and find these natural stuff. We have a lot of steak shops and butcher areas. I'll get the bones myself and grind them down for bone meal. I
Nice.
get seaweed from Helsha. There are natural stuff here. I'll go into the caves in Jamaica and get the guano myself.
Is there like a lot of banana growing in that area?
Yeah, and especially in Saint Mary, that's the banana capital of Jamaica.
Okay, so
I'm
bananas are like super high in potassium. If you throw those into your compost pile, that'd be like a good bloom addition. I've always fantasized about that because like all the parts of the banana, when they cut it down, when after sun fruiting or whatever, that's super high in potassium. It would be killer compost material.
Nice. So when they're cutting down the banana trees, I can just harvest a good 300 or 4.
Jesus, that's so cool, man.
No,
What's
you
your
don't
name again?
understand, Randy.
Randy, nice to fucking
That's
talk
it.
to you, dude. That's so
Nice
cool.
to
I'm
meet
jealous
you.
of your climate.
You're part of the team, so you'll be here soon to see. I said driving through St. Mary,
Yeah.
acres of banana and plantain trees. They're like I've seen one 15 to 20 foot tall. I did not get to measure it because when we were driving by the bus, I was looking up at the bananas at that bitch. I was like, so you know what? To get that banana, you'd have to cut the tree down, in all honesty. There's no way unless you're going to get a ladder.
So you can grow, like, what kind of strains do you grow, Randy? Because, like, you can grow goddamn any tropical sativa you want. What do you like to grow down there?
What I've seen grew nice down here from the States. Girl Scout cookies, they grew perfectly. Couple people had like the Chem Dog. That was
For
like
real?
a high yielder down here. Had people that
Interesting.
did both outdoors and indoors, so those plants do well. The Kushes go well. The OGs,
Really nice.
everything
Of
goes really.
course, they all grow well. It's fucking Jamaica. Like, every weed plant's like, yes, fuck yeah. I'm in Jamaica now.
Pretty much every
Not everywhere though, because here in Mandeville, I did a couple testers on seduction zones and a couple of plants that I got from the States. Mold is a bitch up here because it got really cold in the December, January to February moments.
Are you at like a high altitude, or what's the deal where you're at?
Yeah, I'm about 240 above sea level, I think. 240 meters.
240 kilometers. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
I'm
basically at one of the highest, or the second highest point in Jamaica. So
what do you mean by 240? 240 what?
Like meters.
Meters?
Yeah, above sea level. I don't remember. I did not like geography, but we're basically above sea level.
Okay.
Well, second highest speed, so yeah, rainy moments, cool moments. It's basically between 77 and 82 degrees Fahrenheit on the regular.
How cold does it get in the winter? What's the low temperature in the winter?
89.
What?
89, in all honesty. The lowest it would ever get, and that's if it's raining and shit, is 76.
Are you talking about Fahrenheit? You're translating
Yeah,
it for fucking
Fahrenheit.
Don't use the metric system, even though it's smarter. Thank you. I appreciate you translating that.
I can give you degrees as well, but no, Fahrenheit is easier.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying fucking centigrade makes more sense anyway. But anyway, no, I appreciate it.
It's hard to get. It's hard to get
cold. You're talking about cold and rainy at 70 degrees, bro.
Yeah, that's like t-shirt. And
that's a heat wave in Seattle. Man, you're like, oh shit, it's summertime.
Gets above 60 here.
Yeah, but that's cold. No, that's cold for the traffic region. As I said, I went to Linstead at Ocherius near, I would call it the jungle because there are rivers by and I can feel the humidity in the air. One of the things that I like to do is smell the humidity in the air. I don't know if people can do that or if it's weird, but yeah,
It
I can.
smells wet green. Yeah.
Yeah, it just has a heavy, wet.
It's so
smell
thick
to
you can
it.
cut it with a
You
knife.
can feel it.
Yeah.
You move through it. Like I do that in grow rooms too. I'll like walk through the air and there's a certain thickness, right? And then I'll be like, hey, what's the humidity in here, dude? It feels too low. It feels like it's like below 50. What are we at, 40 here? And it's funny, like after you do it a lot, right? You could just feel like, this air's too thin. What the fuck is wrong with it?
I live in the high desert. I'm at about 6,500 feet above sea level, and I'm in the desert. And the average humidity where I live is between 10 and 15%.
So you have to humidify your grow rooms,
Oh,
right?
I have to humidify my house, my grow rooms. I have to humidify everything. Like if I don't have a humidifier in the bedroom, when you get in the bed at night and you pull the blanket up over you, it's like sparks are flying all on the underside of the blanket from the static electricity. It's ridiculous.
I have nosebleeds and shit too if I don't have a humidifier going.
It's so dry.
For sure.
Dab time, motherfuckers! Hey,
I'll be right back.
and Dan dabbing on over there.
We got old chump ass Mr. Sparks lot decided to jump in the chat. What up, Sparks?
Oh, God, Mr. Sparks.
Guy was talking shit about me on his live stream the other day, but that's okay. That's okay. I got you.
So I got a question. For everybody. What's everybody smoking on, man? It's that time for Dirtman Dan to ask, what is everybody in chat? What is everybody smoking on?
This is fucking beautiful right here. This is.
That's his murder bubble.
Well, it's ours, I guess, because I fucking pollinated it, but you grew it. Is that coming through? Like, can you tell what it looks
back
like?
it up a little bit. There you go.
Okay. Sorry, homie. Okay, back up the light. Back up the bud. Is that too bright?
Right there.
Focus, though.
Behind it.
Wolverine said he's smoking on some plush berry shatter. I grew plush berry for a couple of years and Ace of Spades.
I got a little chunk of some Mendo dope that I've been stashing away.
Nice.
Got some of that orange cookies and Mendo dope rosin mixture here. Can't see, it's too dark.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you guys have the smell turned on your?
Yeah, if you had your smell
Do you
vision
have the
turned
smell
on.
vision turned on?
No, don't get that here. The dolphins at my smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
I think this is the new iPhone 12. It has the smell, but it's bad because if you're talking to the wrong person, anyway, I can't. This camera sucks for this.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's this is Sour Bubble Killer Malawi Cross.
Nice.
Jeremy did a great job with it. It's pretty funky. It carries the smell of the Malawi really well, but it has a little bit more chunky bud structure from the Sour Bubble.
So we're talking about what we're smoking on. I guess I don't have one to show right here, but everybody out there, I'm going to be releasing Tricky Sticks soon. I'm going to be making my own vape pens, so I'm going to be releasing those here within the next couple weeks. So guys, don't be forgetting to pick up your Tricky Sticks when they come out.
What flavor are you gonna have?
I'm going to have 5 different flavors of Tricky Sticks. We're going to have Gelato, Blue Dream, GG4, Sunset Sherbet, and Girl Scout cookies.
Get it.
We're going to have 5 different flavors of the Tricky Sticks.
Maybe, I don't know, man, it's just a little input, like, maybe you should get some of the popular varieties.
I wanted to steer clear of those, Wanted to steer clear of those. Actually, Blue Dream isn't popular anymore. Everybody hates Blue Dream.
Right? But it's awesome, dude.
I still grow it, and I still love the one I grow. So,
No, what's wrong with the Blue Dream plant?
everybody just hates Blue Dream here for some reason. I don't know.
I love
Well,
it.
send it here.
Blue dreams. We're having blue dreams right now, motherfucker.
They don't want to send it to Jamaica. We got
it's
acres.
amazing.
If you don't want your blue dream, you can send it all over here. I will take it all.
I'll take it all as well. Let's see.
Randy will split it.
You know what? We'll split it this way. I'll put it on half of the acre, and I'll just say, quarters Dirtman's, quarters Randy.
Dude, if you put a quarter acre of blue dream in Jamaica, you might be the first farmer in Jamaica to ever be like, God damn it, I have too much weed. Like, there's just too much of it. I don't even. I think
I want that.
Well,
I want
right,
that.
Points in my life.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, he might be the first farmer in Jamaica to have real blue dream.
But also down there, how
Can't even sell blue dream in California.
I mean, it's alright, but like if you grow it in Jamaica,
at my house,
that's gonna be legendary. Like blue dream grown in Jamaica, that it would just you'd be like, oh, it's good again. Everybody swings on it.
Blue dream I grow is amazing. I got it from Land and Air Genetics, which is a good friend of mine. And man, it's just an amazing. I've been growing it nonstop for 3 years, every run. I will not stop growing it. It's just too good.
Well,
I can personally vouch. I've seen it. It's amazing.
It don't matter how amazing it is. You're gonna be stuck with compounds of it if you're over here.
You can't give it away.
Everybody over there where Palmside is just wants the cookies.
Oh geez, they want everything. They don't want no blue dream. That's for damn sure. They don't want no green crack. They don't want anything like that.
No. Probably can't even give it away over there, can you?
Fuck no. Can't even throw that shit away. Fucking garbage man will throw that shit back in the fucking front yard.
Speaking of smoking some fire, we got Zooey and Slammer, which were the first testers to finish the puzzle piece, and they've been raving about it and chat all day. They're smoking some of their first harvest of the puzzle piece, and they say they love it. So all you guys out there that got the puzzle piece seeds, got verified growth and smoke right there from Zooey and Slammer.
What's puzzle piece?
Yeah.
It's a strain that me and Land and Air Genetics collaborated on. It's My Blue Tangerines, which is our Blue Dream crossed the Tangerine Dream. And then he took it and he crossed it to his old South Florida Crippy. And we released it as puzzle piece. And then on the last show, we auctioned off a bunch of packs of them to raise money for Northwest Families for Autism. And we raised about $2,400 so far. So pretty good. Pretty good.
Well done, sir.
He missed like the second half.
I totally did. I'm high. That happens. But also, I realized I was supposed to cook dinner tonight. I think the drugs may have derailed this ever so slightly.
Friday. Is it Friday?
It is.
Yeah, it's Friday.
It's Friday. Okay, so listen, I'm going to be cooking some pork chops while we're talking. But tell me again, puzzle piece was Blue Dream, Tangerine Dream, and then what was that after that?
I made a cross called Blue Tangerines with Blue Dream and Tangerine Dream.
Right.
And gave Land and Air some seeds of it. He grew a bunch of them out, found a really good male, and he crossed that to the South Florida Crippy.
Oh, shit.
And it's like an original 70s South Florida Crippy that he got when we both lived in Florida.
Why the name Puzzle Pieces? What's that about?
Because we made the strain to raise money for Northwest Families for Autism, and the autism awareness symbol is the puzzle piece.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, we had an auction on last week's show.
That's pretty neat.
Or 2 weeks ago show.
So
Glenn Novak, the puzzle pieces are F1. They're F1 seeds, but they were selected very, very well. Land and Air doesn't play around. But yeah, they're F1s. So no, they're not stabilized. They're not F4s or anything. The Mystic Grower, get with Miss Rose, and send her a donation through Northwest Families for Autism PayPal account. And then when she gives me confirmation, I'll send them out.
That's pretty awesome, man.
I just want to say hi to my favorite stoner, Sid Avery. What's going on, buddy?
What up, Sidley?
What's up, Sid?
My brother Sid Avery's in the house. What's
Now,
up,
James
now?
never even showed me this before, but this appears to be a 8 citizen. Were those citizens?
No, these are Cree.
Okay, and CXB 3590s or CXA 3070s.
3070s,
Yeah.
The steampunk edition.
Steampunk edition, yep.
Yeah, in a clock radio, which originally I was actually going to use the dial to make it to do the dimmers because I have the dimmable HLGs in there. But
That is so
then I
wicked.
just realized I don't need to dim it ever. I just don't. So let's see it. I haven't plugged it in a long time. I haven't used it, but I grew like a pound of A-seed sativa under 520 watts on this shit. It's got 4 drivers in there. It's got 200 watts for these 3 chips.
That's
200 watts for these 3, and then a 60-watt driver and a 60-watt driver.
That looks like a light that a steampunk hipster would have.
Dude, that is so steampunk. I love
That
it.
is so hipster steampunk.
It's way too cool.
I love it.
Super hipster steampunk. I love that it has the blue like LEDs on the back.
Dude, wiring this shit was the biggest pain in the cack ever, dude. Because I put all of these I like wired them like through these 1/2-inch copper pipes, which I had soldered and all that. So I had to like get all this speaker wire to go through these copper pipes to get into here where the drivers are. So I had to use like a vacuum and little piece of paper and string and like tape up certain holes and then suck them through other holes with the vacuum to pull the string through to get the wires through. And I had to lube all the wires with soap so that they could make all the corners. This shit was a huge pain in the ass to build.
Yeah, man, you should just keep that as a chandelier in your living room.
Yeah, I totally would actually.
Yeah, basically.
That's sweet.
Yeah, get you that in there, build you a little Tesla coil, man. You'll be fucking out.
Sky Captain in the world of tomorrow.
That's
Yo, Bazigo and Nathan said he would make one if anybody wants one.
Justin Goodearth, nobody's wasting their money. I sent out 47 packs Monday morning. Nobody's wasting their money. You guys got to give me time with Miss Rose. She was on vacation. What can I do? The chick was on vacation and she didn't have a computer with her. I just got to wait for her. She sent me 2 more confirmations this morning. She said she's got to call PayPal Monday morning to figure out the other 8. But you'll get them, man, as soon as I get confirmation. Calm down. Don't bust my balls. I'm trying here. You see this? This is a receipt for all the packs I send out Monday morning. You see that? You're going to get them. Calm down.
I don't know about anybody else, but I waste my money every day. But not on your stuff yet. But I think it's money. Anyway, it's supposed to be wasted, right?
I mean, there was all donations to Northwest Families for Autism.
Oh, yeah.
Either way, did a good thing.
That's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah.
Do you have somebody close to you that has autism? Like, what makes you want to give to that cause?
You know who Jinx Proof is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good friend of the show, and they have a son with autism, so that's kind of where it stems from. JBLIZZ, I'll send you a pack. Yeah, so that's really near and dear to their heart. They have an organization called Northwest Families for Autism is their organization, and what they do is they raise money to get iPads for kids with autism because there's a program on the iPad that helps autistic kids communicate with their family.
Oh, awesome!
So we were trying to raise money for iPads.
Nice. That's pretty sweet, dude. I wonder if any of those autistic Chinese children that build them benefit from it. Sorry. Shit, that was a little dark.
I mean, if they were smart, I guess they would be.
Oh, damn.
But no, yeah. So we raised enough money on the last show to buy 7 iPads.
Nice.
You gotta hang out for
Just
a
say
while.
yes.
Yeah, just say yes.
You guys want a pork chop, bro? You guys want a pork chop? You guys
I'll
have
take
one?
one.
Like, do you have, like,
Professional
Yeah,
cook.
sure. I'll take 2, please.
Send me one over.
Can you put mushrooms on mine?
let me see if I have any mushrooms. What kind? Never mind.
Justin Guth, yeah, I don't know exactly what you mean by that. It'll go to but Miss Rose is going to call them Monday morning. She hit me up this morning with confirmation from 2 more people, and she said there's 8 that haven't. She said she's got emails from the 8 people with their receipts, but the money hasn't hit the PayPal yet. So she's calling PayPal Monday morning, and she's going to get it all worked out with them. But she's on it. She's working on it. She just got home from vacation. You just got to give her a minute.
All right, that's reasonable. Yo, Tricky, my phone's about to die. I think we're we're gonna lose connection. So
Right on.
About
I can plug it in if you want, but or if you just sign off.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
So yeah, we'll be back on. I'll be back on a little later, but
Right on.
nice seeing you guys.
Yes, y'all have fun.
Yeah,
Right on, bro.
we'll do. Eat these pork chops.
Right on. So no, I'm on it though. Don't worry. As soon as I have confirmation, they'll be in the mail. Don't worry about it.
Pork chops.
Then somebody who said a second ago that they wanted to get a pack, you'll have to get, or they wanted me to post the link. I actually don't have the link accessible right now to Miss Rose's PayPal. But if you just go to PayPal, I think you can just type in Northwest Families for Autism and it comes up. Well, JBLIZZ, now you can get your pretty ass on here, even though you were scared to come on here. I don't know why your ass is scared to come on here, punk ass. Punk ass. All right, so what else do we have to talk about tonight? We're going to talk a little bit about garden automation, yes?
Yeah. Just remember, guys, if you want to be a fun guy, he's your fun guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there. I did it.
No, that doesn't surprise anybody at this point, I don't think, Dirtman.
Nope. Leave it up to Dirtman.
Never scared. Boy, you know you're scared of these guns, JBLIZZ. Don't play, son. No, you're scared. I ain't never scared. Get out of here.
Was that a rubber band gun I just saw?
That's right. That motherfucker will hit you hard, too. Smack you right in the face.
I just dropped the PayPal link in the chat for you, Tricky.
Oh, sweet. All right. PALMSIDE just dropped the PayPal link. I have about 10 packs left, you guys, even after that is accounting for the 8 packs that I'm still waiting for confirmation on. So there's about 10 packs still after that. So if anybody wants any, we're good to
go. He's switching over from Pro Mix and Botanicare to Soil King. Wouldn't know if anybody's used Soil King soil. And would you recommend using teas and flour?
I have not used Patrick soil yet. I really want to, but I just haven't. I keep every time I see him in a cup, he tells me to take a couple bags of soil, and then I forget. So I haven't tried Patrick soil yet.
Mendo Dope has a whole series that used this soil on their outdoor last year.
Mm-hmm.
You can go back.
They had a really good outdoor. I watched Mendo Dope. Was it the Mountain Project?
Both of them. They used all Soil King soil last year.
Nice.
Now let me tell you too. When I went into the post office with that box full of bubble wrap envelopes and did all this, the people that were behind me in line were not happy. This is the most packages I've ever shipped at once, and it took 30 minutes to ring them all up, and I had like 10 people behind me in line.
Aye.
And there's only one. There's 2 post offices in this punk ass town, but people only go to one of them because the other one's a piece of garbage. So really, there's only one post office in this town that anybody uses. And it was Monday morning, so you know how the post office is on Monday morning anyway.
Mm-hmm. By the way, speaking of automation, we're talking about computerizing your grow. Ensure that we can be lazy for a minute or two. Is that correct?
No, not so you can be lazy, so you can spend more time caring for the plants and making sure they have everything they need.
But, you know, being lazy can be a benefit of a fully automated garden every once in a while.
Yes.
One really good thing about a fully automated garden is you can leave. Like, you know, if you have everything running right and you want to leave for a couple days to go camping or go on vacation, if your garden's right, you can do that with full automation.
How well do you have it set up? How many days can all you guys leave? What's your maximum days you can leave your home?
Well, we just left to go to Las Vegas for 5 days and came back and everything was fine. That's the longest I've left, though.
Depends on the reservoir size I have.
Like right now, you're setting up right now. Whatever you got.
Shit, like
Whatever I got.
3 days max.
3 days.
Yeah, I'm at 4. I'm like 4-ish days, dude.
But if I get me like a couple 1,000-gallon reservoir, I could be gone for like a week.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
the
a long
longest
time
I've
to
ever
be
left
gone.
my garden was 5 days. I get nervous leaving my garden that long though.
I don't even like to leave the garden more than like 9 hours. Too much shit goes wrong. Especially in hydroponics, too much shit goes wrong, man. You just got to be there.
That's one reason why I've never tried it, because I'm scared of all the pumps and shit. I mean, shit's going to fuck up. I mean, it's inevitable.
That's what I'm saying, man. When you go in there and you fucking see crops that are, man, that shit's horrible.
That's a good thing about the big no-till beds, I guess. I just gave them a nice little bit of extra water, and I knew I didn't have anything to worry about. No pumps, no hoses, no timers, no nothing like that, except for the timers for the lights, of course. But
Damn, Bear
Yeah, I
Ground
can't
was
leave it.
gone 2 weeks. That's heavy metal, bro.
your garden would look so much different when you left than when you came back.
It would be like
2 weeks.
it'd be like a fucking magic show, dude.
No, I would love that. Imagine seeing some short ass plants, and when you come back in 2 weeks and you open, I'm back, and you just sit there like, I'm reaching out at you. Yeah, man.
I would miss the plants too much.
Well,
I don't
see,
wanna
that's when you put a camera in there and you could just look in and be like, hey, what are they doing?
That's what
Yep,
I did.
they're still
I had
growing.
my camera so I could check on my shit while we were gone.
Your camera can't do shit.
Yeah,
if
I was about to say, bro, I've had friends shoot me fucking videos while I've been out of town and shoot me like real-time shit, and dude, it looks great, bro. Then I come back here, fuck no, that bitch was not cool, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Cameras
I
can't
didn't
do
see-
shit for your
see
plants.
problems.
You could have a fucking 1,000 cameras up in there, but fucking you see your plant drooping, something's going wrong with it, ain't doing nothing for you.
Well, we had people coming over to check on the animals, though, so I could have just hit up my friend and been like, hey, when you go over there to check on the dogs today, go in there and get these plants a couple cups of water or something.
Yeah, and then they throw like 5 gallons on there over watering your shit.
They better not. He's a grower, too. I'd kick him in his teeth.
Yeah, but if you
Can't trust
have
nobody up in the garden.
You can't, though. I don't trust anybody in my garden.
Me neither, man. Fucking that's me. That's it.
if you have enough automation set up, though, you can tend to the plants from afar. You know, if you have something set up where you can go through Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You've got
yeah,
your
What happens if your fucking Wi-Fi router goes out or your fucking pump goes out? You know what I'm saying? You fucking,
I mean, yeah, that's something that you have to worry about when you're putting a system together. Is like, what's the lifespan of these products? Do I need to have a backup
not
system
even
in place?
lifespan.
That sort of thing.
I've literally bought fucking pumps from the hydro store and had them go out in less than a fucking week. Brand fucking new hydro farm. It's all in the that's all. It doesn't matter. They mass produce that shit. You're gonna get some bunk shit out there.
Yeah, I kind of blame it on like playing blackjack, dude. Sometimes you get good shit, sometimes you get fucking bunk shit, bro.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's just hit or miss on that. You can't never fucking plan for that shit. It's either be there or, you know what I mean, just don't
Yeah,
do it.
because I mean, shit, dude. I mean, being here all the time, go down to the fucking bedroom, fucking what? Every time, check shit out. I've gone down there. You might not have a problem for fucking 5 months, dude. Nothing fucking goes wrong, but you go down there that one time at this certain point and you catch it, dude. And there's fucking a fan out or something that's venting heat in your fucking room, or your AC's frozen or some crazy stupid shit.
I think with automation, there's still maintenance to do on the grow, because at the end of the day, I said products going out, something shifting. Imagine you're walking in and then you're seeing your grow room flooded. At the end of the day, you kind of need that human input at all times.
Yeah, that's happened to Photon a couple times recently. He's Walked into his grow room and it's been 3 inches of water in there because something keeps fucking up over there.
There's catastrophic failures of equipment, dude, that just will destroy your entire harvest.
I got to tell you this much.
Checking
I
it.
don't think I could do what I do without automation. Like with the temp stats, I don't think I could keep my box at any type of reasonable temperature without some type of automation.
Your box gets hot every time you see me. Calm down.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Can't help myself.
It's hard though in small spaces like that when you have such a small volume of air. It heats up really quickly, and then you got to move that all out, and you got to maintain that adequate airflow. And without some sort of automation, you're in there nonstop adjusting things and changing things.
It's absolute madness if I didn't have automation set up in here.
Shit, I remember
Automation setup is for lazy growers.
Yeah, I remember first couple times I started growing back in like 2003, 2004. Before I even knew what I was doing yet, I was doing everything by hand, including turning the lights on and off. Talk about fucking your garden up. Forget to turn your lights on one night when they're 3 weeks in the flower. Forget to turn them off one morning because you was up getting drunk all night or something.
You can't be fucking around with that shit, dude.
No.
You don't. If you're growing and you don't have your lights automated, then you're fucking off.
No, but I mean, back then though, I was young. I didn't know what I was doing yet. I was like scared to go to Home Depot and buy timers and buckets and shit.
Damn.
I remember the first time I got the marijuana grow Bible. I went to Barnes & Noble down in St. Pete, Florida. And I was holding the book in my hand inside the fucking bookstore. And I was like, do I really want to go buy this? Is this safe? Am I going to be on some kind of list for buying this book? And I was scared to buy the book.
They're watching me. They're watching me.
Exactly.
They've been watching Tricky for the longest.
Ben.
They already got they got records on everybody, man. They've been having records on everybody.
I got a question. How high were you when you were thinking that?
Oh God, who knows? I was in my 20s. I was on fucking all kinds of stuff back then. Xanax and Coquiana and fucking ecstasy and everything else.
Because I know you weren't sober thinking you were going to get arrested for buying a book that's in a public bookstore.
Well, I didn't think I was going to get arrested. I thought they were going to be like, oh, yeah, here's another person that bought this book. Here's another person that bought this book.
They see Tricky walking out the door with a paper bag and just tackle him immediately.
Ah!
Dab time, motherfucker.
Tagging my
Dab
bone
time.
right now.
Or your blunt time, or your fucking bowl time. You got a bomb. Who has a hookah? Who's got a fucking hookah going right now?
Yo, that takes a lot of bud to get a hookah going. I don't know about you, man.
No, you just gotta throw like 5
guy,
grams
yeah.
of rosin on that motherfucker, and you're good.
You can
Listen, not everybody can afford
hookah
that
up to take
palm
a 20 bowl.
Hey, you get yourself a hookah, I'll fucking bring you 5 grams of fucking thaw on there.
Not everybody can afford that PALMSIDE.
I just told you,
baller.
if you get yourself a fucking hookah, I will bring you 5 grams. You don't gotta worry about affording
You
that.
gotta hand deliver that shit.
Yo, all right,
He's
I'll
gonna
go
walk
get a hookah tomorrow.
He's gonna walk from Cali all the way to your house and walk, and then he's gonna hand deliver it. And then he's gonna
Yeah,
walk
my ass. Fuck that.
That boy's walking clear across the country, and he's gonna hand them to you and turn around and walk clear across country back home.
I'll at least give him a ride to, like, I don't know, the state line.
Damn, that's some janky ass shit.
No, someone walks and hands me quality grade shit.
That's my
They
boy.
can't eat it. Yo,
Smoke with me, scared.
they can stay on my bed. I don't need to sleep tonight.
Oh, I remember the first time I ordered seeds from the Attitude. That was definitely scary.
Really?
First time I ever ordered seeds.
Damn, son, I ordered some crazy shit, bro, from some crazy places. Shit that
Yeah, I mean, well, we're talking, though, the first time I ordered seeds from the Attitude was probably 2005. We're talking a long time ago.
I guess, yeah, I see that.
Woody says 100 years from now we'll be able to smoke a hookah online.
So I
Virtual-
remember when my
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can
my
smoke
brother
right now.
brought seeds back from Jamaica in
Mhm.
2010. Yeah, that was definitely my brother that brought those back.
You know,
All right, Jay
getting
Blizz, you know what, Jay Blizz? You got a big mouth tonight. Get your ass on here and talk, man.
getting
You got
stuff
an
into
awful
the
lot to
field
say
is
tonight for
kinda
somebody that
hard,
don't want to get on the stream with your punk ass.
Right?
Been in chat talking nonstop for an hour and a half, but he won't get on here.
All right, listen. So here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna put Randy on one side, and we're gonna put Jay Blizz on the other side, and we're gonna have ourselves an Oreo cookie dirt man.
You'd love that, wouldn't you? Like,
Yeah, he wants
I
one in
just
the
said
mouth
it,
and one in the
obviously I
booty.
want
That's
that.
how he wants it.
I mean, I brought it up.
Jay Blizz is over there in the middle of pimping hoes and slamming Cadillac doors, man. Why you trying to get in on his hustle, dog?
Well, he's got an awful lot to say tonight for somebody that doesn't want to come in here.
Man, you just all up in it.
that's what she said.
You just trying to keep on trying to get him up in there.
Well, he ain't been on the show in a long time either. And so what if we're boring? Ain't
You know-
nobody making you be here. If we're
You don't
boring, go watch your buddy Subby Cakes. I'm sure he'll entertain you.
Pot pie. What does it even mean? Hot gooey goodness. That's what it means.
Their man wants to be the ding in their dongs.
I'm good.
Bling schwang.
I am the cream in the Twinkie.
Their man's just.
I haven't seen a
salivating
Twinkie
over
in
there.
years, so good for you there, man. Good for you.
So Hippie VT was asking to see the garden again. I'll show you my slightly destroyed garden that I burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, you're exaggerating, bro. I'm telling you, pick off those fucking lower fan leaves, and that motherfucker is gonna pop back, dude. You're good.
Listen, they'll pop back
Jay
as soon
Blizz
as
is
I
hella funny.
plant them
Fuck
out
him
of
too.
those cups.
Way to go, Jay Blizz. That shit's hella funny.
So,
What?
they're all pissed off because they've been in the cups for way too long. They're root bound like hell. So as soon as I figure out which one's a female, which one's a male, I'll get it transplanted and it'll bounce right back.
How much longer do you think you got?
Dude, these clones are taking their good old time showing sex, man. I have a cut from each under 12-12 lighting, and they're just not showing yet.
Lemon GF says commercial cultivation show, and all we showed is Dirt Man's microgrow.
That shit was hella funny. I was reading that shit.
I don't think the show went exactly how we had planned on it going tonight, but
True.
you know, what can you do? Fuck it.
Some knowledge was
97
dropped.
It's falling apart anyway. It doesn't matter.
97 Wolverine wants to know if I can't tell a boy from a girl. Well, it depends on if we're in Bangkok or not.
Jay
That's
Blizz
tough.
said he's going to show you how to make sex.
Look for them apples. Not them apples in them jeans though. Them Adam's apple.
Jay Blizz, you gonna rub my mushroom? Or wait, this one. That one. You gonna rub my mushroom?
Procreating mushroom.
The shiitake.
Man, finally getting over this damn sinus infection I've had for the last 2 weeks. Had me in bed, not able to do anything for a week and a half. And
Yeah,
then
man, you go down to
my
Vegas.
lady got
catch
sick,
some
and I got
shit.
sick again.
You go down to Vegas, man. You catch some shit you ain't never caught before. You know,
I know, man. She told me she was clean. I don't know what the fuck.
you're not supposed to kiss
Told
him.
me she was clean. Why the fuck do you believe her?
You ain't supposed to kiss him.
Well, God, why do you think I believed her?
That's all bad. It don't matter what the
Tricky,
fuck.
tricky, tricky.
Damn.
Yo, I love JBLIZZ. He said no, but I can give you a fungus.
He gonna give you the fungus dirt.
Joshua Deo says he just donated for another pack of puzzle peas. Come on, Joshua. As soon as Miss Rose gets with me, I'll get them out. You know it. No, it was Naked Twister Lemon GF. It wasn't charades. It was Naked Twister. It was 3 midget prostitutes. What can you do?
Damn.
That sounds like some fun.
Wait. Where did you get 3 midget prostitutes?
It's Las Vegas, dude. You can get anything you want in Las Vegas.
I don't know.
I'm surprised you didn't.
Anything. You can get anything the fuck you want in Las
Anything.
Vegas.
You can get 6 midgets if you want.
6 midgets? Oh man,
How much?
oh man, I don't know if I would ever leave.
How much were the 3?
Well, they were half price.
Yo, can we paint them yellow and dress them like minions?
Jose's over here.
He said they're half
Saying
price.
what's up to you?
So did Tricky?
Jose saying what's up to you, Tricky.
Woody, yours should be on the way. I'm pretty sure you were on the confirmed list that I sent out.
No, honestly, Tricky, that's a low blow right there.
That's what she said. I'm gonna give you a low blow from 3'5".
Yes, I don't need them knees.
So Bear Grown has a very good life tip for everybody. Just remember, if it has an apple, it has a banana.
Hallelujah.
That's crucial advice for those, I guess, who have trouble distinguishing between the two.
No, for for those questionable nights where you wake up the next morning like, oh God, what did I do?
Oof.
I don't
Wake
have
up
them
next to Tricky.
questionable nights. Nope. Nope.
You should
Not
definitely
really
stop
never
drinking if you have that problem.
Oh man.
Sorry.
What is with all the hate in the chat tonight? You ladies need to calm down. With all your haterade out there. You guys,
Listen, is it that time of the month?
you people out there sucking on jelly sickles.
They've
Y'all
been
sucking on
chugging
jelly
that hater
sickles.
ray.
Get your jelly
Aggressive.
sickles out of your mouths.
Everybody just calm down and take a dab. At least a gram.
Don't make me do a live fucking
Everybody
music
nice
video
and
shoot
happy.
right here.
Take yourself a nice gram dab, you'd be nice and happy. Everybody will just love each other.
We could all sing Kumbaya.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
I leave. Like, they tried that shit in camp. Nope.
My God, I got a fart.
It saves.
Are we gonna get a tricky freestyle? Is that what was happening just a minute ago?
Hell yeah.
Oh
I
no.
was gonna go get
Came
Big
close.
Uzi Flirt and let him come in here and show y'all what's
Where
up.
the fuck is my homie at, man? I ain't seen my homie Big Uzi in a minute. What's up, Dow?
Oh no. Oh no.
Made me get Big
Oh,
Uzi
player
Flirt.
grown's all out of dabs, man. We're gonna have to take care of that. That's janky.
Yo, Bear Ground's gotta you gotta make some dabs out of that louse you got there, Bear Ground. Do some louse dabs.
I want a 16
How that
week
works.
louse fucking Canagar from Bear Ground. That's what I want.
I can't grow anything longer than 8 weeks, man.
9 weeks is my limit. I got a couple 9 weekers. I can't do it. I can't do
8
anymore.
weeks, because I need that shit to turn around, man. You gotta put the next one in immediately. Yep, they're calling for you right there. Big Uzi Flirt right there.
Nitro
Big
Nomad
Uzi.
says Big Easy Squirt.
Yeah.
Big Uzi's about to lock the rap game down.
No.
Well, if Young Thug could, you can.
It's for Randy's clown. He said if Young Thug could do it, you could do it. That's hella funny.
You think I'm joking here? Like in the university, I was saying, "Who the fuck is this?" I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna be a rap artist now. If he can, I can. My name is JBLIZZ, and my new hot single gonna be called "Because I Got Bitches."
You just gotta have the money to throw at it, bro. Riff Raff's the proof of it right there, dude. You just gotta have 10 mil, dude, to throw at it.
Riff Raff, man, his shit doesn't make any sense the half the time, but he is fucking hilarious.
It's hilarious as fuck, dude. But that's what happens when you got $10 million, dude. You can just become whatever the fuck you want to become.
Tiptoeing in my Jordans.
You know where Riff Raff got started, right? He got started on a show on MTV called From G's to Gents.
No, bro, this motherfucker got $10 million in like a lottery or some shit, and that's when he became MTV famous because he's like, I've got $10 million, I'm gonna be a fucking rapper.
No, dude. Before any of that happened, he was on a show called From G's to Gents. I'm telling you.
That's true.
I'll have to do some research and call you out on that because I'm pretty sure.
That's true.
Bro,
I can back you up on that. I was an MTV junkie back in the day. I met Riff Raff from G's to Gents to try to civilize some gangsters, and it was so funny seeing them try to put in suit, and then they customized that shit. But also, along with that, Riff Raff is an individual that throws great parties. He's known in the Hollywood scene for throwing great parties. So it's not just the MTV game. This person is a businessman behind all that goofiness. That's why you never can count out a fool. No one is expecting shit from them. So when they do smart shit, no one is seeing that. Look at Cosmo from Fairly Odd Parents.
Definitely the smart shit. But I'm saying they do the silly fucking stuff too. But I'm telling you, dude, I have to call you on that, and we'll have to get back to this.
So, I heard JBLIZZ likes Fremunda rosin.
Hey, look, I can show you this right now. Look, here's pictures of him on From G's to Gents. This was like in 2011, before anybody knew who he was.
Is he not rich there, though? Is he not rich already there?
No, nobody knew who he was yet. He didn't have any money. He didn't have nothing yet.
I still don't know who the fuck he is.
So you're saying he earned and made his money through this TV shit?
I didn't say that. I said that's how he got famous, was because of this.
Okay, I heard he won the lottery or some shit and got 10 million, like 10 million.
I'm saying before any of that happened, he got famous because of From G's to Gents. That's how people figured out who he was.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Do not watch it. I please don't.
I'm sure
it was basically a show where they took a bunch of gangsters and tried to turn them into gentlemen.
That just sounds like some MTV bullshit for sure. It's too much silence, dude. Let's do a dab, guys. You guys are getting quiet. Can you guys keep up? I hope everybody is anybody else dabbing with me?
Well, does distillate count?
Hell no, that don't count.
What is
I didn't think so.
You gotta take it probably from every hit I take, you need to take 6 of those big rips.
Yeah, I didn't think that counts.
Airwalk, there was a topic earlier, but it's over now. So no, there's no topic right now.
The topic is
we got a new panelist.
There's only 10 minutes left, so fuck a topic.
Yo, JBLIZZ likes crotch terps.
Say what?
JBLIZZ likes crotch terps.
I expect that from Dirtman, so I'm not surprised hearing it.
I think the Dirtman wants to get it.
I'm just telling you, JBLIZZ likes crotch terps.
Calm down, Dirtman. Calm down. Calm down. You know your nipples perky right now. So we are awfully silent.
No, seriously. Airwalk, I've been banned over there for a long. I'm banned on all the big channels, right? All the big channels. I'm banned on. Yeah, if you name the channel, I'm pretty much banned from it, which is pretty funny.
That's it. What's new? Any new harvest? Any new plants going in? I am here stressing myself.
Well, you guys already seen I kind of screwed up and sprayed my plants with the lights up. What everybody else screw up this week?
Oh, I think I've been doing pretty good this week.
Yeah, I made a pretty good harvest, dude. I've been trimming for the last couple of days. Finished up tomorrow. Bedroom voted up, dude. Veg is going great. Can't complain.
Nice.
I've been doing fine. I'm just flowering out those 4 plants, just cruise control, just chilling. About to pop some new seeds. I'm not sure what yet, but get something going in the little cabinet and get them going at least before I can move them into the tent.
Yeah, I got my last round flowering. I got about 4 weeks left, and this will be my last round in Colorado before I get up out of here and have to leave this mansion behind. Do you guys believe I'm leaving this mansion behind?
Oh my.
What a
Hey, you got a
beautiful
view of
home.
the ocean.
How could you leave that?
I know. I got to do what I got to do, I guess. I got this nice view over here out on the patio. It overlooks this nice city I live in, but I got to go.
For me, I've been busy all over the place. Went to the Cannabis Cup, but other from that, been building the soil amendment recipes, going around and checking where I can get some natural nutrients, like everything from here and where I can source it overseas as well. It's just been preparation regarding the step towards growing large. My backyard grow has been setting reset. Nothing pushing for now, but coming on the next few weeks, I'll get a break where I can start popping some seeds. Who knows?
I'm going to go, for you guys in chat asking where I'm moving, I'm going to go move into JBLIZZ's basement.
That sounds
Cool, 'cause I'm taking the
That
upstairs.
sounds like an MTV show.
Sounds like JBLIZZ just got fucked.
Yo, if me and Tricky are moving in, because I'm taking the upstairs.
I don't think JBLIZZ signed up for all that shit.
Don't matter. I'm just going to show up with my pig and all my shit, and he's just going to have to deal.
You know, serious once the pig is involved.
He's gonna
Pig gets the bedroom.
He's gonna point you towards the nearest Motel 6. Nice to see you, Tricky. And Motel 6 is right down that way. Catch lunch with you tomorrow.
Shit, he better roll out the red carpet when I show up.
This was so nice. You'll get to see your mom again, Tricky.
Yeah, that's what I call JBLIZZ's wife, Mama. So yeah, I'll get to see her again for sure. I call her Mama, she calls me Daddy, so she'll get to see her daddy again.
Do we have anybody in chat coming to the DGC Cup in April? In Denver, Colorado.
Denver.
You know, motherfuckers coming?
Denver.
Speaking of cups, I got this to go in April. It's Scorch Festival, 420
Yeah,
Festival.
Senior IG, tell us about that, man. How was that fucking event?
Okay, the event that went, was it Saturday? Last week, Saturday, that was Stepping High, the Ganja Festival in Jamaica. That was lit. Like, I went early so I could see the setup and get to speak to the people. I saw so many products from hemp shirts to herb to extract to edibles, even weed ice cream. So they're stepping up the notch. They're pushing it. They're
So
pushing
there's a
it
bunch
on
of
the
samples for you to try they were giving out?
No, you gotta buy that
Selling them
shit.
to you. Were they selling them or giving them samples?
You have to buy that. I got samples because I knew a couple of these people.
Nice.
So, yeah, it was a really good event. I got to see in depth what Jamaica really has to offer. But truth and in fact, what I enjoyed most for a good hour, we had major heads of the industry sat down and talked to us about what's really going on. Why is it taking so long? What are the next steps? What we are supposed to be doing as growers, as extractors? And in all honesty, it cleared the air about what's really happening. For most people, the necessary paperwork it needs to be done. We're still developing the CLA, the Cannabis Licensing Association. So a lot of stuff needs to be done regarding how to properly apply, get your land set up, fencing, security, all of that. And we're still having a problem with our banking system. Not a lot of these companies can find a way to get investors putting their money in the banks because no bank will take it here in Jamaica. So there's a lot going on, but it was a great event. Took my first dab. It was really nice, really nice.
Your first dab, what was it? What was it of?
It was some orange kush, like some stuff growing here. The person came down, BHO extraction, had it for 2 years, curing, brought it out, really tasty. Got some fire OG from somebody that was just passing and had his slab, and then other people just came in and we just had a dab session.
You're lucky I wasn't the first person to give you a dab, Randy. I would have ruined your life.
I am grateful for that. My lungs would have cried.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a really good event. This one in April 420 is Cannabis Expo / Cup. So I'm expecting booths, larger scene because it's gonna be in like Kingston. Everyone can access Kingston easily, and the universities are nearby, so most of the college students are gonna be venturing off as well. But for me, I go enjoy myself, see some new faces, see some old faces. Who knows? Get myself some extracts and hand out free dabs. Ruin people's life myself.
Free dabs.
Dabs. How about that? Let's do another one. Fucking dab time, motherfucker.
I'm telling you, TANASI, you need to take larger dabs, my brother.
Bro, I've been going through a bit. I've been hitting probably a half gram tonight. It ain't nothing killer, dude. But I'm not.
Now, right here for the end of the show, just finish up the other half of that whole motherfucker. Just
nah, I'm not trying to
put it down, dog. You put it down.
I would have to take probably another 4 hits and do it. Because that one hit, dude, it just fucked myself up, dude. I'm not going to be hurting. I won't be able to talk to you guys for the rest of the night. It'd just be horrible. Or I could just take 4 hits and then finish it off. But I don't need that, dude. Because I basically don't even get high. I'm just more of a maintaining, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. You need to up your dosage. At one time.
Dosage, bro. I'm not trying to blow my lungs out. I want to live to at least 112.
No, you want to take at least a half gram at one time. It's gonna hurt, but I'm telling you, like you're gonna get used to it.
I will not ever.
You'll be able to go up to a gram, and then after that, it's just gonna be like nothing. Like you know what I mean? Your lungs will recover in like 5 minutes, no problem.
I guarantee you, I will never ever do more than a. If I ever do a 1/4 gram, dude, you must have got me drunk or something. I would never, ever do more than a 1/4 gram. It's not necessary, dude. It's not necessary. For me. I'm going to do this dab, dude.
Let's see here. We got about 5 minutes left in the show, y'all.
I'm gonna live forever. So insane. Live forever.
I won't live forever, but damn, dude, I will sit here and watch you guys blow your lungs out and cough your fucking heads off all day long on your fucking 7 gram dabs or whatever.
Hey, but what about it? What about if I was the one that gave the dab to you? It wasn't your own. You know what I mean? You have to waste your own.
That's the thing, dude. I don't find it necessary for my body to take 1 gram of fucking dabs in one breath.
But the feeling afterwards, I'm telling you, you never experienced that, so you don't know.
Oh, motherfucker, I do.
Just like how we had our conversation.
And shrooms and LSD, dude. I guarantee you, I've seen
how we had our conversation about that. You know what I'm saying? On the other side, you got to, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, you got to experience it once.
Nah, bro. THC don't affect me like that, bro. It's more of a maintaining thing, dude.
That much in your system at one time, it's amazing.
Yo, I don't even dab. How about that?
See, I'm past that point where I do dab so much that I don't even smoke flower no more because just the taste of flower fucking just turns me off.
I know that's just nasty. I had to smoke flower at the Emerald Cup with fucking you guys because fucking Underrated was there, but that was the only reason.
I don't know.
That shit was still nasty.
Shit's harsh, bro. When I smoke flower, bro, it hurts.
Hell yeah. Before that, I haven't smoked no flower since like 2010.
Airwalk 1616. Buy me a bigger house and I will.
What are you gonna do?
He wants me to up my grow space.
Hey man, I've been trying to tell Dan to put shit in the closet for years now.
I know, man. All he has to do is just get a bigger desk.
You gotta have somewhere over there you can put a little tent.
Listen,
all he has to do is get a bigger desk.
This is my apartment. That's it.
Thank you, Andy and Wonderland Green.
You really need all those chairs?
No,
all
that's
those
what I'm saying.
couches?
You see all of that shit that's behind him, that little desk right there? That thing could be a fucking stand-up closet right there.
Do you need?
You don't need that shit with all them pictures behind you.
Tell that to my wife.
I've
Fuck
been
your
trying to
memory.
tell her that shit. She don't listen. I'm like, Tracy, Dan needs a bigger spot, but you don't let him. What's going on here?
Just get a loft bed from IKEA, and then you can put a tent underneath it, and then still have a place to sleep.
The American one. Yes, man. I will get a real job. Thank you.
Dirt, what about if you just grew like 100 little plants underneath your bed? Like just turn underneath your bed like a giant light, you know what I'm saying? And then just grow them hella small and just start flowering them hella small. You could get a nice sized crop underneath your bed, right?
I guess.
Yeah, bro, you get these
How short you can keep
LED strips, bro.
That's what I'm saying right there. We just found you a new spot to get down. Hey, that would be micro to the max right there. You couldn't get more micro than that.
Yeah.
Like 3-inch tall plants just spread out like 4 feet wide.
Hands got the sticky up. Got plenty of them. Give me more than 50 of them.
Big Uzi Flirt in the house, baby.
Pop these rappers like a wheelie, bitches eating plenty with you in the hood with them healthy chickens, big sexy women. Look at me, you a skinny ninja, get some ice cream in you. You know me, I be treating bitches, overfeeding bitches. Fuck you, candy in my throat, girl on my throat. She wanna eat, she getting big money, working at the door. She always know my plate and shit, she always want more. I don't want her, you can keep the whore, kick her out the door. That girls ain't no really stop, Twinkies by the box. Eat a case and then I'm dropping high. I run you off the block. Look you way up in the stash. I got my hype spot. Girls talking about my stash, but my candy is on lock. I don't fuck with no ho-hos, only Oreos. Dump that shit in the milk glass, slide down my throat. Big Uzi, I'm a man, bro. You a sad hoe, a motherfucker with your cash though. You a fan, bro. On my dairy green lips, got whipped cream on my lips. Eating trash in the whip, wear some bags in the whip. I pull up with your chick, we about to do work. Bitch, I'm Big Uzi Flirt. Eating Twinkies, hands got the sticky on. Got plenty of them, eat me more than 50 of them. First round, not my last on Uzi, huh? Stupid clown, you silly, huh? In a lane, Burger King, and I'm coming. Spinning on my chain, eating like fuck it. Look at me, I'm getting smashed and eating nuggets. I'm looking down at your wife while she sucking. I'm on my dairy green nigga. Got the cream on my lips. Eat trash in the whip. Got 2 bags in the whip. I pull up with your chick. We about to do work. Bitch, I'm Big Uzi Flirt. I'm on my dairy green nigga. Got whipped cream on my lips. Eat trash in the whip. Got 2 bags in the whip. I pull up with your chick. We about to do work. Bitch, I'm Big Uzi Flirt. Y'all look for that single coming out soon, bitch.
So I think Nowhere Man has a good idea. He said I could pitch a tent in my pants for my next micro grow. That'd probably be bigger
Too small. Too small. Too small.
There you go. That's perfect.
Dirt, I think we need to work on this idea underneath the bed. I think that's a fantastic idea. Photon could hook you up with some boards. I think this is a fantastic idea. I think you could get a good I think you can get a couple pounds underneath your bed for sure.
You could even lift the bed up like 6 inches, get a little more space.
No, then it's not going to be as micro.
Somebody was telling me to put it on cinder blocks, like we're down the hood.
Yeah, dude, put on cinder blocks, dude. You do your fucking mainlining, and
Nah, you guys don't understand. Dirtman is the master at micro grow. He does not need extra space. Underneath the bed is already perfect.
just his mainlining is on point. You know what I'm saying?
Bunk beds.
Bunk beds would work. Bert,
Bunk beds would fucking work. You can put a fucking fat ass girl underneath your bed. Damn, Dirt looks like the wheels are working over there. I like that.
Thinking, do I need a bunk bed?
Nah, hell
The
no.
bed is only probably about like that high off the ground. It's only like.
But look, we could hollow out underneath the bed. You know what I'm saying? Where the box spring's at, and you get some extra. You know what I mean? So you can put the boards up underneath there. You ain't gotta worry about no heat sinks or nothing like that. You're gonna catch fire. You're all good.
Well, no, the boards will keep the bed warm at nighttime.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like a heater. You can. Your wife's gonna be loving it. I'm telling you.
Get
It's a win-win
grassroots.
situation, dog.
Get grassroots to make you like a 2-inch tall by like 4 foot wide
They
pot.
can make you a fucking big ass fucking fabric pot to go down there, dude. You could just have like a giant ass no-till underneath the bed.
I was
So,
I don't think his wife would get down with that. She don't like when he water with the fucking organics and shit.
So what happens when we get fungus gnats?
Oh, that's all bad.
You already have fungus gnats.
Yeah, here and there. Apparently, some Stradio S just showed up out of nowhere.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, that was
That happened a couple times.
that was definitely a good thing.
Why was Vision banned or it was timed out? What the hell's going on over here? Vision's OG. This man's been growing since more than money fuckers been born.
I don't know. It's time to close down the show anyway. It's past 10 o'clock. I got shit to do in the garden, so time to get up out chill.
Peace out to the Chisnet.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone in chat.
Thank you guys for tuning in and token up. Don't be shy, like and subscribe. We will see you next Thursday. We're going back to the Thursday schedule starting next week, you guys. So
Oh yeah. Kind of forgot to say that, didn't we?
yeah, we kind of forgot to shout that out. So yeah, next Thursday, we're going back to the Thursday schedule. We also have coming up the 1-year anniversary of the show. It's coming up on the 30th of this month, so we're gonna try to think of something cool to do for that.
All right.
Probably get some giveaways for sure, dude.
Yeah, it's time for some giveaways. I think we need to get something together. I'm talk to you behind the scenes.
We'll have something good in the works.
Wolverine, I don't go to bed until like 2:30 in the morning usually. So no, it's not past my bedtime. It is past the time for me to get in the garden and do some work though, like I said before you tried to be a smart ass.
Okay, Dad.
Ooh.
Tricky had to put the dad on right there. He had to put the pops.
I like what Nitro Nomad said, man. We're moving back to Terps Day.
Thursday, motherfucker.
And it'll be an every week show again, like we used to. It'll be every week, Thursday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time. So, yeah, it won't be an every other week thing. That's too confusing, even for my second in command over here. Dirtman doesn't even know what days we go live anymore. So, we're just going to do it.
Look here, I forgot. When someone said we have a show this week, I was like, wait, hold up. We have a show this week?
So,
shout out to our new panelist too, Blackheart. We appreciate you for joining the team, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it. Honored to be on with the legends.
Tricky D, that is a legend right there, man. That's the OG.
Give me some years.
Big Uzi Flirt's going to be a legend. Tricky D. All right,
I'll be in charge of your security.
We will see you guys next Thursday.
Peace out, chat.
Dab time, everybody.
What's up?
Good job, Girl Scouts.